I am Lieutenant Dodson, engine officer here in Northwest Georgia. And today we've got a very special episode of Wind the Queue, the stories behind the sirens. I have two special co-hosts with me today. I have Piper and I have Keegan. And we're about to find out how much they actually know about firefighters.
Boots hit the floor. Jump in our gear. Mask, gloves, door, screaming down the street.
So here's the rule. You have to answer and you can't copy each other. So I'll ask you a question, one of you answer, the other one answer, and don't copy each other. So before we get started, Piper, would you like to introduce yourself to everybody?
My name is Piper. I'm 12 years old. And I don't know.
Okay. What about you, Keegan?
My name is Keegan. I'm 12, and I am afraid of spiders.
Oh, me too. Arachnophobia. All right, round one. Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right. What do you think you do with a Halligan tool? What do you think that's used for?
Prying cars open.
I don't know.
It is actually for prying. We force doors. We can open doors on cars. Force doors on houses. We can shut off gas and water. Use it for prying or breaking through things. So, yeah, good answer. What about a ladder? What are we actually using that for?
To climb up to like a second story if you like need to get up there fast.
Okay. So we do use them on, there's different types of ladders. We have ladders that we use to get up into an attic. It's like a real short ladder. And we take it inside and we go up in a little hole and we get in the attic. And then we have a roof ladder that's got hooks on the end. And we put it on the roof and it hooks onto the roof. And we can work up there. And then we've got extension ladders that we put on the ground and we prop them up next to a house or a building to get up to the second floor or the third floor. And it's not just for us to get inside the building. We can also bring people down those ladders if we have to rescue people. So different types of ladders, different jobs. We can use them for a lot of different stuff. I've laid them on the ground before when it was really slick and muddy and help patients out. Or I've used them as a little bridge if we were over a hole. So there's different ways you can use a ladder. All right, basic stuff. Are y'all ready for question number 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Serious question. What do we use to put out fire?
A fire
Water?
truck it's like a water and has like this foam stuff in it.
Some of them do have foam. It is mostly water. So that's like our trucks where I work, we just have water on our trucks. Some departments have water and foam, so both of you are right. And it depends on what kind of fire we're putting out as to what we use. Some things we just use water. Some things we use foam. So yeah, good answers. What if it's an electrical fire? Do we use water?
No.
Nope, that can actually be a problem. So we have extinguishers that we would use for an electrical fire. Or if it's a toaster, we unplug it and then we can use water. So keep it simple. All right, here's the big one. I hope y'all are ready. And you got to answer me honestly, okay? And it's okay if you have the same answer on this one. Who is cooler, firefighters or police officers?
Firefighters.
Firefighters.
Absolutely. You both got that one correct. Congratulations, and thank you for playing today.
Thank you.
Why are they cooler?
Because police help, but firefighters put out bigger fires and just look cooler.
Okay. What do you think, Piper?
Because, like, they have to go into the fires.
Okay.
And they have to, like, rescue, like, that people and cops. Like, I don't know.
And get cats out of trees.
They
Yeah.
sit around eating donuts.
Okay. We don't actually get cats out of trees anymore. But as far as I know, yes, police officers still eat a lot of donuts. So it takes us both. So our fire station is, one side of it is fire station, one side of it is police station. And we work really good with the police officers. We have a really good relationship, and we do what we do, and they do what they do, and they're good at it, and we're good at it, and it takes us both. But they eat a lot of donuts. All right, so let's put y'all in charge for just a second. So you are firefighters, and you're in charge. So you show up to a house fire. What is the first thing you're going to do when you get there?
Ask if anyone's inside.
That's a fantastic answer.
That's what I was just gonna say. Ask and then see if it's like overrunning the house, if it's everywhere, and then I see which rooms are controlled by the fire.
Okay. Both of those are great answers. So as an officer, when we roll up on a structure fire, if it's a house, one of the very first things I'm going to do is get off the truck, and I'm going to tell the guy behind me, my firefighter, what I need him to do, and I'm going to walk around the house and look at the whole thing. And we call that a 360. During that, as I'm finishing that up, I'm trying to find somebody that lives at that house where I can ask them exactly what Piper said. Hey, is anybody else in there? Is everybody out? Do you know where everybody is? And as soon as I have that answer, then I'm updating dispatch and other incoming crews on what's happening and how big the fire is and what it's doing. So both of you are actually correct. So what if somebody's inside? What then? What is the what is the most important thing? So we roll up and it's on fire, but there's somebody inside it.
Trying to locate which room they're in and get them out safely.
Okay.
Like, making sure that you get them and, like, you get them out safely without, like, hurting them and stuff. And make sure you have a place to, like, get them out.
Okay, that is the perfect answer, because so many people pull up and the house is on fire, and then they talk to somebody and they say, hey, my daddy's in that room right there. And people get so like a bug looking at a porch light at the fire, and they have to figure out the rescue part. It is always the rescue. And sometimes we have to put out fire in order to get that person out, but getting the person out is always the most important. What would you do if you were in that situation and you were scared?
I heard like you get on the floor and you try and like see the nearest way out, or if you see if you get to like the door area, you want to make sure. I heard you put your back of your hand on the wall to see if there's a fire behind there. If it's colder, you open it and then locate to go next.
Okay. All right, so that would be if you were inside the house trying to get out. That is absolutely correct. What about you, Piper? What if you were outside and you knew somebody was inside, but you were scared?
I'd try to, like, stay calm and, like, if there was, like, a window at the room they would do, like, at, then I would, like, see if they were okay, and then, like, I would feel better if they were still okay.
Would you go through that window to get them?
Yeah.
Well, you just described being in our search. Like that is what we do. So yes, that is our priority. Make sure we find them and make sure we get them out. However, we need to do that. And a lot of times it's just going through their bedroom. And lots of times it's just going through their bedroom window and grab them and get back out. Good answers. All right, one more for that one. So, same situation. You pull up to a house and it's on fire, and your partner is not listening to you. What you gonna do?
I will contact dispatch, letting them know like we need more people because somebody's not listening, and go in and just locate yourself, and then whenever they get here, they'll just help you go search.
Okay.
I would like have to like do it on my own, and then, I would like call when people like come, and then I don't know.
Okay, it's all right. So if I was in that situation and we pull up and there's somebody trapped inside and the house is on fire and my partner is not listening to me, we're going to get that person out of the house. And we will deal with the fact that you didn't listen to me later. And it may be a lot of toilets to clean and a lot of trucks to wash and a lot of things to do by yourself, along with some other stuff. But you have to, and you said something about staying calm a while ago. That is the most important part, and it is hard to do. And at some points, we get a little bit scared. But you got to stay calm, and you got to do your job. It's very important. All right, round 5, rapid fire. I'm going to ask you very fast, and you answer me very fast, okay? So I'll ask the question, one of you answer fast, the other one answer fast. So let me explain this first one, because me and Aiden are at 2 different fire departments a long way apart, and we call things different things. So if I say truck, I mean like a big truck with a ladder on the top and all that. And then if I say engine, it's a fire engine. It's a smaller truck, and the ladders are on the side or on the top. So they do different jobs. So if I say truck or engine, which do you think is cooler?
Truck.
Yuck. I'm just kidding.
Engine.
Absolutely. Great answer. Fantastic answer. Fantastic answer. All right. Which is better, a fire helmet or a cowboy hat?
Cowboy hat.
What the heck are you talking about?
A fire helmet.
All right. That's my girl. All right. Do you like a fire truck better with the siren on or off?
Off.
No.
On.
Yeah.
Let her go first.
All right. Okay. Well, you're entitled to your opinion. Would you run into a fire or would you stay outside?
Run in.
As a firefighter?
Oh. Run in.
Okay. What would you do, Pepper?
Run in.
What if you were not a firefighter? You were just you, and your house was on fire, and you got outside and then realized your dog was inside. What would you do?
I would contact any station, and I would probably wait. But if I know exactly where he is, like if he's closer, I would probably try and go in.
What about you?
I would try to tell someone a fireman who can go in, and then they would get it, and then they would try to put it out. But they would make sure everyone else is out, and then they would try to.
Okay. Good answers from both of you. If you're the fireman, go inside and do your job. If you're a kid and you're not a fireman, don't go back in the house. Stay outside. Don't ever go back in a burning house. All right, here's why all this is funny. Because you don't know the questions, and you're guessing at the answers. But every answer has a reason. So when you gave me the answer to all of these questions, there was a reason that you gave me that. You thought about it for just a second. And that's the job. It's not just doing things. It's knowing why we do them. So, all right, one more question, and we will be done. Would you actually ever want to be a firefighter?
Probably not.
Why?
I would want to I'm into STEM. I would probably study to be an engineer.
Okay. So that's better than being a fireman. Whatever. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So you want to be an engineer?
Yeah.
That is pretty awesome. What about you, Pepper?
I think it would be cool because you could help a bunch of people, But I want to be a nurse, which is still helping people.
It is. That is a fantastic
But-
career.
I mean, I feel like it'd still be cool.
Awesome. All right. Anything else y'all want to add? Everybody's hearts and minds are clear.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, Piper and Keegan, I appreciate you very much for coming on the show today. I've enjoyed it. I hope one day you will come back. Thank you for listening to Wind the Q. Until next time, stay safe, take care of your crew, and take care of your family.
Boots hit the floor. Jump in our gear. Mask, gloves, door.